What's good, guys? My name is Oleg Nikitin and you're watching No Limits On channel from Russia with Love. Today we're having a look at really affordable but interesting light, COLBOR CL100, which is a big competitor to a very popular light, Aputure Amaran 100X. Let's go. So, it's a 100 watt Bi-color COB LED light with a color temperature range from 2700 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. And straight away, let's talk about the price, because it's priced at only $200 versus $250 for the Amaran 100X, which is a really pretty price in my opinion. The build quality is very similar to Amaran 100X and 100D. It weighs 1 kg and 100 grams, which is 300 grams lighter than the Aputure 100X. And it's made out of ABS plastic, but it's a pretty sturdy one. The Bowens mount is also made out of plastic. There is also an umbrella holder, which is nice, the plastic yoke and a tilt lock, but it doesn't seem to be broken fast and easily. The screen on the back is okay, nothing special, and it does what it's supposed to. Now let's talk about the bag. It's a really awesome carrying bag, with some additional space for other filmmaking accessories, with a shoulder strap and soft padding. It's a ton better than a cardboard box of Aputure 100D or 100X, and better than a hard foam proprietary case for Aputure 60D. Cables are made of two parts. One is with a rather small power brick, and in total length we get around 3 meters, which is pretty short, but it's okay for most studio environments, and it's even a bit longer than the Aputure 100Ds. Also, the cable has screw-on locking mechanism. Also, it comes with a handy remote in case you place the light in front of you, being a solo shooter or somewhere high on the location. It doesn't have a screen though, but it's better than nothing anyway. Also, it does have a mobile app, but to me it's much easier and faster to manually dial in the settings I need without even connecting to the app. But there is an option if you need it. The CRI rating is 97, which is good. I have to mention that these days almost any COB light, LED I mean, even relatively cheap, has decent color rendition index, or CRI. And I matched the COLBOR CL100 easily with the Aputure 60D and Godox VL150 while shooting a commercial in aquarium. You can watch this video afterwards, I'll leave a link for this tutorial in the description below. And since we were shooting super slow motion, I was using 1/400 shutter speed, and COLBOR CL100 is completely flicker free at such short shutter speeds. It has a boost mode if you hold the mode button for a few seconds, and it should work at 120% or 120 watts for a minute approximately. But to be honest, I don't see any difference with regular 100% brightness and the boost mode. But in this mode the fan is very loud. Speaking of fans and fan modes, there is maximum speed mode, which is really loud and turns on only in boost mode, which we've just talked about. There is a regular mode, which is called smart, and it's rather loud, but not as loud to ruin your audio. And also there is a silent mode that locks the maximum brightness at 80%, and it is quieter, but it produces some irritating rattling noise, which I don't like. So I would only use the regular smart mode with no limitations to the brightness. And now you can take a listen and I'll compare it to Aputure 60D. There is a few special effects such as lightning, pulsing, fire, candle, flash, and they are all customizable, but nothing too crazy here, standard set of effects. If you do need those, they're here. Also, as an addition, you can purchase a V-mount plate adapter and separately power it that way. The beam angle is 120 degrees without the reflector and 55 degrees with the kit reflector. And the luminance value is 3000 lux at 1 meter at 6500 Kelvin without a reflector, and 10,000 lux at 1 meter at 6500 Kelvin with a reflector. Since it's a bi-color light at 5600 Kelvin, it's approximately as bright as Aputure 60D. So here is the comparison of those two lights at maximum brightnesses, and the camera settings are on the screen. Also, the reflector that comes in the box almost doesn't have a hotspot, and it's a very welcome addition because both my Godox VL150 and especially Aputure 60D's reflectors do have a very pronounced hotspot. There is a daylight-only version of this light, which is called COLBOR CL100-M, and if you need more output at 5600 Kelvin and you don't care about the bicolor options and certain special effects, that's a great option. And it costs exactly the same price. To conclude, I didn't expect this light to be this good for the price. I was pleasantly surprised by the kit, especially the carrying case, light quality and even the build quality, which still feels cheap but gets the job done. In my opinion, it's a great bang for a buck and it's totally worth your attention. My verdict is, if you have some extra cash, I would go for Aputure 100X, but if you do want to save up a little, COLBOR CL100 is a crazy value light. I'll leave a link to Amazon and COLBOR website down below. If you found this video helpful, please smash the like and subscribe buttons and the notifications bell. This was Oleg Nikitin and No Limits on channel from Russia with Love. Take care, guys. Bye.